So you should see the screen in front of me now. I have the browser on the right side, and I have a mobile application up on the left side. I'm going to be showcasing the mobile application as well through the demo. So I'm on the home page, as you can see here. This is a Salesforce native application, and I have various reports or dashboard components around my equipment and inventory. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to jump into a piece of equipment. So all of your inventory and assets are kept on this equipment record or equipment tab. And I'm going to go ahead and just look at a piece of equipment now. So this is a piece of equipment I can see here. In this case, it's an office chair, as you can see depicted by the image. We're tracking all of the standard inventory asset data that you would expect, such as what the manufacturer is, the model, serial number, warranty, expiry date, if it needs to be pulled from service because there's an issue. And then, of course, the serial or barcode number and QR code. So one of the nice features of the Elton product is we automatically create QR codes for all pieces of equipment, and those QR codes can be printed, labeled, and attached to the equipment itself, and then we use that for scanning purposes. If the customer already has barcoding or barcodes on their equipment, we can use that as well through the application and through the mobile device by just entering in the barcode number here, and the system automatically matches that. If I scroll down, you can see here there's two main features within any equipment record, and that is who the equipment is currently assigned to, and or if the equipment is loaned out, who it's currently loaned to. So in this case, I have no loan. I'm going to show a second example with a loan in a moment, but here I can see this equipment's currently assigned to an account. It might be the customer account or the company themselves. So in this case, what I want to do is with this new office chairs, I want to assign it to one of my employees. And I can do that right from the browser using these quick action buttons here, like clicking assign, and I can assign it to somebody. But normally what happens is you're in the warehouse or you're at the office location and you have the physical equipment handy on you, such as the chair, and you want to scan that and then assign it. So that's being done by the mobile device. So most of our customers are using the mobile application in the warehouse, wherever the equipment is located, and they scan that and then assign that or loan that out. So now I'm going to turn your attention to the mobile device for a moment. So this is the standard Salesforce mobile application. And in this example, I'm just going to the contact record and I'm going to choose Andy Young as a contact. And you can see our scan Elton mobile capability here, where I can view, assign, reserve, loan, ship equipment. And I can scan a piece of equipment, either single or multi, as you can see here. So the nice feature about multi is that I can scan multiple barcodes or multiple QR codes at once, and then all the records come up for me to process. In this case, there's only a single, so I'm going to click the single button, and I'm going to scan that piece of equipment. And you can see here that that same piece of equipment that you can see in the browser on the right side, equipment number 31, is showing up here on the mobile device for me. And I can do assign it, reserve it, loan it. But in this case, I'm just going to assign it to this contact, and I'm going to assign it as of today. And I'm just going to click save. So that piece of equipment has now been assigned to Andy. And if I go back to my browser for a moment and I refresh that, and if I scroll down, you can see this piece of equipment is now assigned to Andy Young. And if I scroll down a little bit further, you can see we are tracking the GPS coordinates or location of where that item was scanned. And we also track, in this example, you can't see it, but we'll also track the GPS location of where it was loaned. Okay, so that's an example of using the mobile device for scanning and assigning equipment. Just going to take a look at another equipment record now. And this is an example of a piece of equipment that is on loan. So as we talked about in the presentation, a number of our customers using it in the pre-sales loan evaluation use case. So in this example, this is a ultrasound equipment, and here's the QR code and so forth. But you can see here that it is currently on loan. You can see depicted on the top right side of the browser. And if I scroll down, I can see that it is assigned to the medical and scientific supply company. So that's who owns the equipment, but then it's been loaned out to this address, normally a prospect account. Okay, so that's an example of managing loans. As mentioned, you can loan, reserve, count, maintain the equipment directly using these quick action buttons from the browser or from the Salesforce application itself. And of course, you can do all the same from the mobile application. We're going to see again doing an order from the mobile application just in a moment. So one of the standard use cases is if I click on an opportunity for a second. So here's an opportunity, standard Salesforce opportunity. And in Elton's case, there's a number of customers that where the sales rep can request a piece of equipment, or if they're requesting multiple pieces of equipment, they can even request what's called an equipment order. Equipment order is made up of multiple pieces of equipment that they're requesting. Okay, and I can just, as a sales rep, I can just click new, and I can say I need a Apple computer, I'm requesting it today, the anticipated return date's the end of the month, and so on. Okay. Sometimes, though, equipment orders are done using the equipment order tab, and I'm going to navigate here now. And if I look at an equipment order, as mentioned, it is made up of multiple equipment order lines, meaning that this person is requesting multiple pieces of equipment. You can see the barcode as well of the order itself. And I can continue to add equipment order lines, and then I can commit that. And when I commit that, what that means is that someone, normally an inventory manager, operations manager, is actually going into the warehouse or wherever the equipment is located, and then scanning that and assigning or loaning that to whoever requested that equipment. You also have the ability in Elton to actually select the available equipment directly, not just from the mobile device. So if I click on the select available equipment button, so here there's a lot of filtering ability, but here I can also just go ahead and look at the equipment that's available, and I can select the equipment that I need, and then I can just add that selected equipment to the order and process it that way, and it'll actually go through the process of reserving that equipment and then eventually loaning that equipment out. And one thing here, the secret sauce, if you will, is that this is doing conflict checking as you're selecting equipment, meaning that the equipment that's showing here is equipment that is available. It is not reserved. It is not currently on loan. It is actually available to reserve or available to loan out. So it is doing conflict checking based on the dates of this equipment order itself. So if I go back to that equipment order, the 003. So in this example, this is a committed order, meaning that the order lines were created and it was sent and committed, and now it needs to be processed. So if I go back to the mobile application for a moment, I can go back to the equipment order fulfilled, and I can again scan the barcode. And you can see that same order comes up, and those two pieces of equipment that are in the order, as you can see, are now showing up on the mobile device. So in process, what happens is at the warehouse, again, they can scan the pieces of equipment, both of them, on the QR code or the barcode on the piece of equipment directly, and then automatically reserve and loan that out. And that loan means that it is associated to that opportunity contact account and so forth. And that, of course, is reserved, and it won't be available to be loaned out again until such time as the equipment is returned.